Yo, what up YouTube? What up boxing fans? Big news in boxing today as HBO makes an official announcement that they will not be working with GoldenBoy Promotions anymore, and this will only lead to all GoldenBoy fighters uh, being televised on Showtime. You know, the promotional companies, GoldenBoy Top Rank, and now Showtime HBO have made it official. They are working with separate promotional entities, and that's the way it's going to be. And the wild card in this is Adrien the Problem Broner, who will be televised on Showtime now, since HBO has been sort of convinced that no matter how much they bid for Adrien Broner, he will he will eventually end up on Showtime, and that's, to them, it doesn't make a difference how long they have Adrien Broner for. Quite like the situation with Floyd Mayweather, you know, Adrien Broner basically has done so much promotional work with HBO, and now Adrien Broner is going to leave and become a bigger star because of it. In other news, 50 Cent has apparently made an offer to Adrien Broner to join his company. Likewise, he did the same with Gary Russell Jr., who turned him down. According to 78, he speculated that the offer was $40 million. I haven't been able to confirm that number, but you know, 78's a good source, and if he says it's 40 million, you know, that's probably it. You know, 40 million's a big fucking offer for Adrien Broner, and you know, that's really hard to turn down. But you know, that means he's aligned with 50 Cent, and there's not a lot of marquee fighters out there aligned with 50 Cent. But the only good thing about that is 50 Cent works with everybody. he doesn't care. He's just like, you know, pay me just shut up and pay me, and we can make a fight. You know, and that's what it's about for 50 Cent. So it's not really a bad move, because if you're with GoldenBoy, you know you're going to be off HBO. But 50 Cent's fighters have been on HBO. 50 Cent fighters have been on ESPN. I'm not sure if they've quite... You know what? Yeah, no, 50 Cent fighters have been on Showtime. Andre Durrell had a Showtime fight. So 50 Cent is all good with him. Overall, you know, huge news in boxing as HBO officially passes on Adrien Broner. But we're going to see who gets to scoop up this quote-unquote future pound-for-pounder. You know, this is the future of boxing. And there's a lot of guys on the come-up. Adrien Broner is one of them. Nonito Donaire, really a strong champion right now, gaining momentum and more popularity. Guys like Mikey Garcia, Gary Russell Jr., you know, Canelo Alvarez, or Austin Trout. Both of those guys are on the verge of stardom, and you know, I can't wait to see what the future landscape holds. I gotta add another one. Timothy Bradley just had a classic of a fight that will always be remembered, and you know what? Huge credit to Timothy Bradley for fighting. You know. By the way, check out the 78 Fight News video on Timothy No Love Bradley. That was classic video, and I agree, man. Timothy Bradley had an all-time, you know, must-see fight. For those of you who think he's a boring fighter, he's gonna get some big fights now, and he deserves it. So props to him. He's gonna get the fight he wants. Hopefully, he hasn't fucked up his career by fighting the way he did. But anyways, it is what it is, guys. Peace out. Take care.